and we get augmentation by the 800 horsepower, 1,250 Newton meters dark matter e-motor.
Elon Musk didn't see it coming. The moment that would send shockwaves through Tesla happened right on live TV as Koenigsegg revealed its groundbreaking new engine technology. The entire automotive world froze in awe. During a live interview, Musk looked visibly rattled, unable to mask his shock. Koenigsegg hadn't just introduced a new engine, they had flipped the script on what we thought was possible. The dark matter motor, with 800 horsepower and weighing just 86 pounds, has left Tesla scrambling to respond.
Yeah, what have they done that is difficult and significant?
Is this the start of Tesla losing its grip on electric vehicle dominance? Did Koenigsegg just flip the script entirely? Elon Musk, in tears, resigns live on TV. And after what Koenigsegg has pulled off, Tesla might never bounce back. The future of cars just took a wildly unexpected detour. A true engine of revolution. For years, Tesla ruled the electric car world from the top of the mountain. Elon Musk had convinced everyone, from tech enthusiasts to investors, that big battery packs and over-the-air updates were the future of driving. Wall Street bought in. Fans worshipped him. Rivals stayed cautious. Then Koenigsegg entered the picture. The Swedish hypercar company always marched to its own beat. While Tesla was building massive gigafactories, Koenigsegg was fine-tuning every detail from their ultra-precise lab in Ängelholm. While Musk tweeted grand visions of Mars colonies, Christian von Koenigsegg was quietly building the tech that might transform how we move here on Earth. And in early 2025, that quiet genius burst into the spotlight with something called the dark matter motor. This wasn't just a new electric motor, it was a complete reimagining. Weighing only 86 pounds, roughly the size of a medium dog, the dark matter cranks out a jaw-dropping 800 horsepower and 922 pound-feet of torque. To put it in perspective, Tesla's top-tier performance motors are heavier and produce far less power for their weight. We didn't set out to slightly improve what's already out there, Christian von Koenigsegg said at the reveal. Our goal was to reinvent the electric motor entirely. And reinvent it they did. The dark matter motor is built around a raxial flux design, a blend of radial and axial motor concepts that delivers insane power density. But the true leap forward came in materials. While Tesla and others stuck to steel laminations, Koenigsegg made the entire motor housing out of carbon fiber, a world first in production EV motors. The ripple effect across the industry was instant. If motors could be this light and powerful, the core assumptions behind electric vehicle design had to change. Suddenly, massive battery packs didn't seem as critical. The old tug-of-war between range and performance began to fade. And somewhere in Austin, Texas, Elon Musk was watching it all unfold. The dark matter motor didn't just take aim at Tesla's technology, it targeted their entire strategy. While Tesla had been perfecting mass production and gradually improving battery efficiency, Koenigsegg had leapt far ahead by redefining the entire idea of electric propulsion. But that was only the beginning. What Koenigsegg showed next shook the entire electric car movement to its foundation. The real shocker? The world's first all-carbon fiber electric motor wasn't made by Tesla, Mercedes, or any of the mega automakers with sky-high R&D budgets. It came from a boutique Swedish firm that builds fewer cars in a year than Tesla rolls out in a day. How is that even possible? The answer lies in Koenigsegg's rare, hands-on engineering model. While big companies wrestle with tangled supply chains and rigid production schedules, Koenigsegg designs nearly everything in-house. "We don't outsource innovation," Christian von Koenigsegg said. "If the part we need doesn't exist, we just invent it." This philosophy led to the carbon fiber breakthrough that makes the dark matter motor possible. Every component that traditionally relied on stamped steel has been reimagined in ultra-light, ultra-strong carbon fiber. The rotor, stator, and housing, all carbon fiber. Traditional wisdom said, this couldn't be done. Electric motors generate intense magnetic fields, and those fields are typically amplified by ferromagnetic materials like steel. By removing steel from the equation, Koenigsegg had to completely rethink how the motor would function. Their solution was as elegant as it was revolutionary: a permanent six-phase winding system that distributes the magnetic load more efficiently while reducing thermal stress. Where conventional motors use 3 phases, Koenigsegg doubled that, creating a smoother power delivery system that eliminates the peaks and valleys that typically cause heat buildup. The result is an electric motor that doesn't just match the performance of conventional designs, it exceeds them dramatically while weighing a fraction as much. And Koenigsegg didn't stop at the motor itself. The entire power delivery system received the same treatment. The silicon carbide inverter, named David, weighs just 33 pounds while delivering 1,300 amps of alternating current at 850 volts. For perspective, that's enough power to run a small neighborhood, packaged in something lighter than most carry-on luggage. When footage of Christian von Koenigsegg casually holding the entire motor system in his arms circulated online, the contrast with Tesla couldn't have been starker. The message was clear. The future of electric propulsion didn't have to be heavy, it didn't have to be compromised, and it didn't have to follow Tesla's playbook. The revolution was just beginning. Musk's moment of truth. Tesla's reign at the top of the electric mountain was built on 2 pillars: battery technology and the perception that no one could catch them. Koenigsegg's dark matter motor threatened both. The timing couldn't have been worse for Elon Musk. Just 3 days after Koenigsegg's revelation, he was scheduled to appear on a major financial news network for what was supposed to be a victory lap, celebrating Tesla's latest quarterly results. Instead, the interview quickly turned to Koenigsegg's breakthrough. The television host questioned Musk about Koenigsegg's recent unveiling, suggesting many considered it a potential game-changer for electric propulsion. Musk's reaction became a defining moment. Uncharacteristically, he paused for 3 full seconds, an eternity in television time. The camera captured his subtle, physical responses, eyes widening slightly, mouth twitching at the corner, posture shifting. When Musk finally responded, his voice lacked its typical confident tone. He acknowledged Koenigsegg had created something interesting, but suggested they would need to see how it scaled. The host pressed further, asking whether the motor design's claimed capabilities might require Tesla to reconsider its approach to electric vehicles. Musk hesitated again. He asserted that Tesla had revolutionized the automotive industry by making electric vehicles viable, building the necessary infrastructure, and demonstrating what was possible. Though his voice strengthened as he spoke, something had fundamentally changed. A moment of vulnerability had been revealed. The host continued by mentioning Koenigsegg's claimed specifications of an 86-pound motor producing 800 horsepower, asking how Tesla would respond. At this point, Musk's expression darkened, and moisture appeared to gather in the corner of his eye. Whether from emotion or fatigue remained unclear, but the visuals were unmistakable. The man who had promised to revolutionize multiple industries appeared shaken. "You idiots," he muttered, before catching himself and clarifying he meant the market, and everyone who believed this development would change everything overnight. He emphasized the differences between prototyping and mass production, stressing the importance of economics and scale. But the damage was done. For a man whose personal brand was built on unshakable confidence and technological superiority, the moment was devastating. Something fundamental had shifted. For the first time in over a decade, Elon Musk looked vulnerable, and the world could sense blood in the water, dark matter dominance. While the world was still reeling from Elon Musk's emotional live TV moment, Koenigsegg was already gearing up for Act 2 of its technological masterclass. And this one struck even deeper at Tesla's stronghold. The dark matter motor wasn't just built for Koenigsegg's rare, high-performance hypercars. It was meant to be the heart of an entirely new way to think about propulsion. At a private event attended by top automotive journalists and industry insiders, Christian von Koenigsegg unveiled the bigger picture. The dark matter motor signals a complete rethink of electric propulsion, he said. But that's just one part of the story. He then turned the spotlight to his engineering team, crediting them for pushing the limits of innovation. They've also developed a complementary battery and control system that redefines what performance vehicles can be, he added with clear pride. Then came the big reveal: Koenigsegg's breakthrough dielectric cooling system, a completely new way to manage battery heat. Instead of using conventional cooling methods that attach plates or tubes to the underside of battery cells, Koenigsegg floods the entire battery pack with a non-conductive oil blended with proprietary additives. This direct contact cooling touches every surface of every cell, allowing the battery to run harder and longer, yet stay cooler and lighter than traditional designs. But the real shock came next. Christian von Koenigsegg revealed how all these pieces would come together in the next evolution of the Gemera, their four-seat Mega GT. The Gemera will debut our Tour Beyond Drive system, he announced. It pairs the dark matter motor with our twin-turbo V8. The layout is a marvel. The electric motor sits just ahead of the mid-mounted engine, linked through a clutch system that allows the car to use either or both power sources seamlessly. What made this moment game-changing wasn't just the engineering wizardry. It was what it meant for the electric future Tesla had spent over a decade promoting. While Tesla poured billions into a battery-only world, Koenigsegg was offering a high-performance hybrid that delivered more power, less weight, and far greater flexibility. In performance testing, the new Gemera setup cranks out a jaw-dropping 2,300-plus horsepower, Christian confirmed. But even more impressively, it does so while tipping the scales far lighter than a comparable all-electric setup would. The message was impossible to miss. Maybe the future isn't fully electric after all. And suddenly, Tesla's all-in bet on battery-exclusive vehicles started to look more like a risky gamble than inevitable progress. Analysts immediately took note. What Koenigsegg has done is introduce a third lane on the highway to the future, said one automotive tech consultant. We've had gas engines in one lane, pure EVs in the other. Now Koenigsegg's hybrid tech might just be the superior route. For Tesla, this represented an existential threat. Their entire business model, manufacturing infrastructure, and public identity were built around the premise that batteries would inevitably replace combustion engines entirely. If Koenigsegg's hybrid approach proved superior, Tesla would find itself heavily invested in a technological cul-de-sac, and consumers were taking notice. Online searches for Koenigsegg dark matter exploded overnight. Car enthusiast forums buzzed with technical analyses and comparisons to Tesla's technology. Even mainstream news outlets began questioning whether Tesla's approach to electric vehicles might have been too rigid. The technological shift was undeniable, but the psychological impact might have been even more significant. For years, Tesla had positioned itself as the unquestioned leader in automotive innovation. Now, seemingly overnight, they were playing defense, and everyone could sense it. Musk's vulnerability during the television interview suddenly seemed prescient, as if he had glimpsed the future and realized his position wasn't as secure as the world had believed. And in boardrooms across the automotive industry, executives were asking a question that would have seemed unthinkable just weeks before. Had Koenigsegg just outmaneuvered Tesla? Resignations and revelations. 2 weeks after Koenigsegg's dark matter revelation, Tesla faced an internal crisis that would soon become very public. It began with the resignation of Tesla's chief technology officer, a departure initially described as pursuing other opportunities. But within days, 3 more senior engineers followed, all from Tesla's electric propulsion team. As the defections mounted, whispers of "Goodbye Tesla" grew louder, signaling that even those inside the company sensed a shift in the industry's tide. Then came the leak. An internal memo, reportedly written by one of the departing engineers, found its way to several technology journalists. Its contents were explosive. For years, the automotive industry knew carbon fiber could, in theory, revolutionize motor structures. Its strength and lightweight promised a leap in performance, but the idea stayed on paper. Back in 2019, engineers at major companies dove into this concept, running tests and building prototypes. Yet, they hit a wall. Manufacturing carbon fiber components at scale was a nightmare. Too complex, too expensive, and too risky. Teams crunched the numbers and decided the payoff wasn't worth it. Instead, they doubled down on tweaking existing technology, making small, safe improvements to motors and batteries. It felt like a smart move at the time, a way to keep production lines humming and costs in check. Then, Koenigsegg flipped the script. Their dark matter motor, a carbon fiber marvel, proved the naysayers wrong. Their design achieved what simulations had long suggested was feasible, defying the doubts of manufacturing teams who dismissed it as impractical. The motor's efficiency and power density weren't just impressive, they were a wake-up call. Most alarming for competitors, Koenigsegg's approach showed signs of scalability. With the right investment, this tech could move beyond hypercars, challenging the heavy battery-dependent designs dominating the market. The industry had played it safe, but Koenigsegg's bold move exposed a missed opportunity that could reshape the future of driving. The authenticity of the memo was never officially confirmed, but the damage was immediate. Tesla stock dropped another 12% in a single trading session. Investors and analysts began questioning whether Tesla had grown too conservative in its approach to innovation, whether the company that had revolutionized the automotive industry had itself become resistant to revolutionary thinking. As the pressure kept building, Elon Musk called a press conference. The whole automotive world held its breath, waiting for either a fiery comeback or the reveal of Tesla's next-generation motor technology. But what happened was completely unexpected. Elon Musk walked onto the stage, exhaustion clearly visible on his face. The usual spark in his step was gone. He stood at the podium, staring quietly at the reporters for a long moment before he spoke. Innovation, he said, is not a straight road. It's a series of risks. Some pay off, some don't. Tesla bet on battery density, software integration, scaling production, and controlling the supply chain. For over 10 years, those bets worked incredibly well. They changed the automotive industry, making every carmaker take electric vehicles seriously. He paused and took a deep breath before adding, Tesla wasn't the only one pushing the limits. Koenigsegg showed that with their bold strategy, one Tesla had thought about but decided against. Their results were undeniable, a real wake-up call. The room went silent. This wasn't the bold, defiant Musk everyone expected. This was raw, thoughtful. Then came the shocker. Musk revealed he was thinking about stepping down as Tesla's CEO. The crowd gasped. Cameras flashed. Reporters burst into questions. He raised his hand for silence. He would stay on as chairman and chief technology advisor, but Tesla needed fresh leadership for its next phase. New perspectives were vital, someone who could challenge old beliefs, and he would start searching right away. As he walked off the stage, questions filled the air. Was Koenigsegg the true reason? Did the board push him out? Was Tesla in deeper trouble than anyone admitted? But the biggest, unspoken question hung there. Had Musk, the symbol of the electric vehicle revolution, just admitted defeat? The truth, as it slowly came out, was far more complicated than anyone imagined. Koenigsegg's quantum leap. While the world's eyes were fixed on the unfolding drama at Tesla, Christian von Koenigsegg quietly pushed forward, revealing what would soon be hailed as the most groundbreaking automotive innovation since the Tesla Roadster. At an exclusive demonstration at Koenigsegg's Swedish facility, a carefully chosen group of engineers and journalists witnessed the dark matter motor in action for the first time. What they saw went beyond even Koenigsegg's boldest promises. The motor, impressively compact at just 15 inches in diameter and 5.3 inches thick, was hooked up to advanced measuring equipment. When technicians powered it on, there was none of the usual electric motor whine, only a faint hum as it smoothly spun up to speed. The real game-changer, however, was the carbon fiber structure. By swapping out traditional steel laminations for expertly engineered carbon fiber components, Koenigsegg crafted a motor that was dramatically lighter, yet still incredibly strong under intense stress. Carbon fiber isn't just about being lighter, Christian von Koenigsegg explained to the experts gathered. It also avoids the eddy current losses that steel suffers from. This means more electrical energy converts directly into motion, not wasted heat. The demo continued with a real-world test, the updated Gemira, a 4-seat hypercar. Its hybrid powertrain, combining the dark matter motor with a twin-turbo V8, produced an astonishing 2,300 horsepower delivered to all four wheels via a clever direct drive system. We've done away with the traditional transmission altogether, Koenigsegg noted. Power flows straight from the engine and motor to the wheels, with clutches on each half shaft, managing torque distribution. The result? A grand tourer that rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 1.9 seconds, faster than any production car ever made, including Tesla's strongest models. The demonstration left everyone in awe. Tesla's hard-earned dominance, built over a decade, now faced not just a challenge, but a fundamental upheaval. The question shifted from whether Tesla could hold on to their lead to whether their core technology was due for a complete reinvention. The revolution Tesla sparked had entered a new era, and for the first time in years, Tesla wasn't leading the charge. Koenigsegg's bold innovation hinted at a future where flexibility and daring ideas could outpace the old rules, leaving the industry wondering what the next move would be. After Elon Musk stepped down from that stage, leaving a storm of questions behind, Tesla's future became a whirlwind of speculation. Would they adopt Koenigsegg's radical new tech, stick to their battery-heavy strategy, or carve out an entirely new path? The answers came exactly 1 month after Koenigsegg's dark matter motor made its debut, shaking the automotive world again. Tesla's engineers held a press conference at the Fremont factory. They reaffirmed that Tesla's mission was built on the belief that electric vehicles could surpass combustion engines in every way, not just cleaner, but better. That core vision remained unchanged, but the way to achieve it had to evolve. With a flourish, they revealed a new motor. At first glance, it resembled a typical Tesla unit, but its carbon-aluminum composite housing set it apart. This was Tesla's Generation 3 powertrain, 40% lighter and 25% more powerful than the previous model, the result of 2 years of intense research and development. The question now isn't whether electric vehicles will prevail, but whose vision of electric propulsion will define our future. What do you think? Has Koenigsegg dealt Tesla a fatal blow, or will Musk's company recover and adapt? Is the dark matter motor truly the game changer it appears to be? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.